How to start your communications. There's a few bullet points that I want to go through and outline how to best approach this. The first one is, of course, you should get familiar with the communication requirements that we have in the program manual in the chapters that you see here on the screen. Then there's a few things you have to do in the beginning that are also requested by the regulation, but that are really important to spread the news, the word about you being financed now by the Interreg Central Europe project, and also maybe already telling people what you have in mind, what you want to do, how you want to change Central European regions and cities. So you will have to provide a news on the website and social media of your organizations about the project. And this is not only for the lead partner, this is for all partners. So if you're the communication manager or the lead partner, when you have a kickoff meeting, it would be important to make your partnership aware that they should put a brief news on their organizational websites or on the social media accounts that they run in these organizations about this project starting now. Then, in addition to the program manual, we have a program brand book, and here you can, you will also get a link to the project logo and the design templates. I will come to that a little later. You will also have to print a project poster and hang it up at the premises of your organizations. Again, I will come to this in a second. And very important, I said it before, communications is not the task of a single communications manager, not only the task of the lead partner. Communications is a horizontal task. It's a task for everyone in the project. If you have a partner from Poland, this partner will know best how to communicate the project in the Polish context. The same for any other country, the same for any other region. So really make sure that all partners really get involved with communications. I mentioned the program brand book. Here you will have all the rules that are in the program manual summarized again, but we also provide additional inspiration in terms of color schemes. We give additional information how to use the logo, how to use the program colors, how to use a priority color, and we also provide a few templates in this brand book. So it's really important to have a look into this brand book to better understand how to brand your project activities. We also provide you with project logos to start with. And I think the presentation is a bit too fast. Yeah, here we are back to the project logos. You don't have to do your own project logos anymore. This is a very well-tested approach. This is nothing new. You know it already from the previous programming period. Those that have been with us first call obviously know this logo design already. For all the new partners, this is something that has been developed together with many other Interreg programs. So this will look and feel more or less the same in all Interreg programs. So if you have been involved in another program area, you will probably also know this already. These logos will be provided to you soon after you have signed the subsidy contract. So no worries, you have nothing. You do not have to do much. You will just get a link the moment that your project really starts, and then you can start working with that logo. Then the next one is that we provide you with design templates. On the left, you see a poster template, the one that I mentioned that you have to put up at your organizational premises in order to brand the premises and say, like, here is someone, a person working on that project. It has to be visible to the public, and there's more rules to that. Again, you will find the details in the program brand book. I do not want to touch on that now. And something that we advise you to use, but it's just a voluntarily option. If you want to do something else, do something else. But if you want to use our templates, we also have some templates for PowerPoint slides, for Office documents. We believe it's quite nice to work with these in order to also give an impression to the outside world that you are an Interreg Central Europe project, that you're doing something with the financing of Interreg Central Europe. And it will also help you to recognize when you have another project partner somewhere presenting maybe. So maybe sometimes you will see, hey, there's another one, another Interreg Central Europe project presenting here just by the slides without saying something. So a visual reminder that we are all part of the same community. But again, you don't have to. This is a voluntary option. Really important is that we provide you with the project websites. Project websites for reaching out to your stakeholders, reaching out to citizens, websites for informing the outside world what you're doing, what you're planning to do, what kind of outputs you prepare, what kind of outputs you have completed, etc. So for communication purposes, these websites are for transparency. So you don't have to create websites to communicate your project. The information that you enter on the project websites will also be collected by us and aggregated on the program website level. And then in the news and events and soon to come an output library, all the outputs that you enter in your project website will be transferred to the program website level, and people can filter, search, and find more information about what you're doing. So the idea is really that we gain from this effect that everything is in one place, and we can then aggregate the information and make it accessible, more easily accessible to a broader audience. So how do you get access? The communication managers and lead partners get access to add and edit information on the project websites after signing the contract. And we will then also offer tutorials and a brief webinar maybe also on how to work with the websites. This will come very soon, later in spring, very soon most of the projects are starting after May, I understand. So we will then, when you have a communication manager on board in your project, we will address you with a webinar or tutorials in order to train you on working with these websites. You will see that it will be quite easy because a lot of the information we take already from JAMS, so that like the basic website will be in place even before you can start adding to it. Then a few points on why we believe communication is central, or how communication is central. I cannot say it often enough. It's the third time I know in this presentation. Engage the whole partnership in the communication of your project. It's really important to understand that not a single person can communicate on a transnational level. You have to communicate locally, read in your regions, in the regional context, and adapt the communications. Your communication manager is a person that inspires the partners and helps the partners to communicate in their local context the project. This is how it should be approached. And not everything should be pushed on a single communication manager. You do everything for everyone. This is not the approach we are looking for. And this is not the approach we recommend, obviously. If you open new social media channels, again, communication and cooperation is central. If you open a project communication channel, inform us. Then we can follow this channel. We can use the information you put there. We can reshare your posts. We can then, on the transnational level, from the JS level, we can help you to make these channels known and to spread the information further beyond your project context. So we are really looking forward to staying in touch with you in this digital way. Something not really new, it's been around for a while. Each project can get the support from an Interreg volunteer youth. This is a volunteering scheme where you can get for up to 6 months support by a young person for implementing your project, either in the communications sense, this is one option, or even on thematic activities. So then really important to keep your branding our branding requirements in mind. Whatever you do, has to be branded, at least with the logo. Again, the rules are in the brand book. Without going too much into depth here, it's really important that already for the kickoff meeting, you have a closer look at the brand book, how to brand, let's say, an agenda, for example, or documents that you want to share. There are certain rules that you will find in the brand book. Yeah, and as I said before, last but not least, follow our future communication webinars. Have a look at our YouTube channel. We will regularly updating the tutorials there, including especially the one on how to work with the websites, as I said before.